This is the Shure BLX288/PG58 dual wireless vocal system, H11 band. If you're thinking about picking one up, I just want to walk you through my experience. This package comes with two PG58 handheld transmitters and one BLX288 receiver. The receiver handles both microphones at the same time. I used them for vocals, spoken presentations, and a few longer rehearsal sessions. My main concern was whether both microphones would stay stable when used together. I also wanted to know how much setup would be involved each time. Getting everything connected was pretty simple. I connected the receiver to the sound system, installed two AA batteries in each microphone, and turned everything on. The receiver has separate controls and indicators for each channel, so it was easy to see which microphone was active. The quick scan feature helped me find an available frequency. I did not have to spend much time going through different settings. After matching the microphones with the receiver, both channels were ready to use. I would still recommend doing a sound check before an event. Wireless conditions can change depending on the location and how many other devices are operating nearby. One thing I noticed right away was how direct the PG58 capsule sound. Voices come through clearly, with enough mid-range presence to help speech and singing stay understandable. I did not have to make large EQ adjustments to get a usable sound. For spoken presentations, I reduced a little low end on the mixer. For singing, I added a small amount of EQ based on the voice. These capsules are not as detailed as some higher-priced Shure microphone options I have used. Compared with an SM58 based or beta series wireless system, the PG58 can sound a little less refined. The high frequencies are not quite as open, and small vocal details do not come through in the same way. That did not cause a problem for regular live use, but it is something I noticed when comparing them through the same speakers. Microphone technique still matters. I got the clearest sound when I kept the microphone reasonably close to my mouth. When I moved it too far away, the voice became thinner and more room sound entered the mix. This is normal for a handheld vocal microphone, but it is worth mentioning for people who are not used to speaking or singing into one. The wireless connection stayed steady during my use. I walked around the room, moved between speakers, and tried the microphones from different positions. I did not hear obvious dropouts in the spaces where I tested them. Shure rates the operating range at up to about 300 feet under favorable conditions. I did not try to reach that exact distance. Walls, wireless traffic, and nearby electronic equipment can reduce the usable range, so I would not treat that number as guaranteed in every location. For a church, meeting room, rehearsal space, karaoke setup, or small live venue, I think the range is reasonable. I could move around without feeling tied to one part of the room. Having two channels and one receiver also kept the setup less cluttered than using two separate receivers. Battery life was another concern I had. Each handheld transmitter uses two AA batteries. I used the system through several sessions without needing to change them. The stated battery life is up to 14 hours, although the actual result will depend on the batteries and how the microphones are used. I normally install fresh batteries before an important event rather than trying to use every remaining minute. Changing the batteries is simple. I also like that AA batteries are easy to find. Rechargeable AA batteries can work for regular practice, but I keep spare standard batteries nearby when I need the system to run for a long session. I would not rely only on the battery indicator without having replacements available. The handheld transmitters feel comfortable to hold. The metal grill gives them the familiar shape of a regular stage microphone. Some parts of the body feel lighter and more plastic than the transmitters from Shure's more expensive wireless lines. They do not feel fragile during normal use, but I would still avoid dropping them or letting them roll around loose in a gear bag. The receiver is compact, and the controls are easy to understand. The front indicators give me the information I need without filling the panel with controls I probably would not use. There is no advanced network management or detailed frequency coordination. That keeps operations simple, but it also means this system is not aimed at large setups with many wireless channels. Compared with cheaper dual wireless systems I have tried, this one took less troubleshooting to get running. Some lower-cost systems can work fine in a quiet room, but I have found that their signal behavior and noise levels can be less consistent. The BLX system felt more predictable in my testing. At the same time, It does not offer the control or construction of Shure's higher-tier systems. The H11 band needs attention before buying. Wireless frequency rules and available spectrum vary by location. I would check that the H11 frequency range is legal and suitable where I plan to use it. I would also look at other wireless systems already operating at the venue. The product name alone does not tell me whether this specific band is the right choice for every area. Using two microphones at once is the main reason I would choose this package. It works well for two singers, an interviewer and a guest, two presenters, or anyone who needs a backup microphone ready. Both microphones have the same PG58 capsule, so the sound stays fairly consistent when switching between users. I also tested what happens when both people move around and speak at different levels. The system handled both signals normally, but I still needed to adjust the mixer gain for each voice. A wireless system cannot correct a quiet speaker or someone who holds the microphone near their waist. Each channel should be set for the person using it. Feedback depends more on speaker placement, room acoustics, volume, and microphone technique than on the wireless connection itself. I was able to get useful volume without immediate feedback, but I still kept the microphones behind the main speakers when possible. I would not expect this package to solve feedback problems caused by the room or sound system. The main downside for me is that the PG58 capsules are more practical than detailed. They are suitable for everyday live vocals and speech, but I would choose a different microphone if I wanted more vocal detail or if I were recording exposed vocals in a controlled studio. The transmitter bodies also do not feel as substantial as higher-priced models. I think this system makes sense for someone who needs two wireless handheld microphones and wants a setup that is easy to operate. It fits small performances, worship use, school events, presentations, karaoke, and community venues. It may not be the right option for a large production that needs many coordinated wireless channels and remote monitoring. My experience has been straightforward. Setup did not take long. Both channels worked reliably in the rooms where I used them, and the microphones produced clear speech and usable live vocals. I would consider it when simple operation and two-microphone convenience matter more than advanced controls or highly detailed sound. If your needs are similar, I think it is a reasonable system to consider. Just confirm that the H11 band works in your location. Plan for basic sound checks, and keep spare AA batteries nearby. If you have questions about setup, range, or how the PG58 sounds for a certain type of voice, leave them in the comments. I'll leave the details about the Shure BLX288/PG58 dual wireless vocal system, H11 band, in the comments for you to check out. See you in the next video.